Can gallstones be dissolved naturally?
What an interesting question. Can gallstones be dissolved naturally? Well, now I put on my hat as a clinical laboratory pathologist because there are many different kinds of gallstones. And the way it's usually thought about or described is in regard to the physical nature of the gallstones. Do you have overly thick bile, sludge, that if you took phosphatidylcholine, such as we have in a number of the micellized PERC products, you will solubilize the bile and slowly make the sludge come out of the gallbladder, and then the gallbladder will start working again. So that's the best case. The best case is you don't really have stones, but your bile is too thick, and it's too thick because of some dietary choices that we can correct. Second category is big stone. Now you have an interesting dilemma because most of the large gallstones are found just coincidentally from other scans that were done for one reason or another. And there was a time, although I think that time has passed, there was a time when doctors said, if you have a big stone in your gallbladder, you should have it removed surgically. And there's a less invasive method used today for that kind of surgery. However, I believe the long-term experience has been that you need your gallbladder, that just removing it asymptomatically is probably not a good thing to do. So if I had, and I'm just going to speak for myself now, if I had a large gallstone, I would change the amount of fat in my diet. I would eat more fiber and less fat. I would increase the phosphatidylcholine through supplementation, and slowly, and I have recorded this in a few colleagues who were willing to work with me many years ago, we did dissolve large gallstones successfully. But then there's another category, and it's the most troublesome category, and it's when you have what's called gravel, which means a whole bunch of little stones. And if that whole bunch of little stones happens to have a slightly sharp edge, or if you happen to be low in vitamin C and in quercetin dihydrate polyphenolics and soluble OPC to stimulate repair, there's something called the sphincter of Oddi, named for a professor named Oddi. And this is a little valve that keeps the bile in a tube until it's needed for digestion. So very smart. But if that place gets blocked, that's a surgical emergency, and probably they're going to remove the gallbladder, and that's the right thing to do. So we think of gallstones as one issue or one category, but as I've tried to indicate, there are at least 4 very importantly different ones, ranging from too thick bile to big dissolvable stones to various kinds of smaller stones that may get stuck. And people like me would try to increase the solubility of the bile if the person was minimally or asymptomatic, but found to have that gravel. And on the other hand, what's called a hot gallbladder means it is a surgical emergency. And then you want the best minimally invasive surgeon to help remove the gallbladder, but leave the tube that connects the liver to the intestine.